Off parole doesn't mean you won't be back in prison.
Yes, I have a criminal history. Did I do the crime? Yes. Did I do the time? Yes. And now it's kind of like, move forward. What else is there to do? Move forward. There is nothing that's going to bring my mother back. There's nothing that I can do that is going to bring back that life.
You think you can make a federal case out of my crime? Absolutely. Federal crimes Gypsy Rose has committed. 1. Interstate communication. Evidence shows Gypsy used interstate communication to conspire with Nicholas Gojon, who was in Wisconsin, while she was in Missouri. 2. Tampering with evidence. Gypsy mailed this murder weapon, a knife, from Missouri to Wisconsin. 3. Use of internet for criminal activity. This murder was planned using the internet. 4. Murder for hire. Gypsy facilitated Nicholas Gojon's involvement in this murder. She paid for his bus ticket, hotel stay, food, taxi rides, and even supplied the weapon. 5. Financial fraud. For years, Gypsy knowingly participated in Medicaid and Social Security fraud. 6. Parole violations. Documented instances include contacting friends who were still in prison, being in environments with alcohol, threatening others online, and proximity to firearms. 7. Theft. Gypsy admitted to stealing baby clothes and the knife from Walmart before this murder. 8. Funding the crime. Gypsy paid for Nicholas Gojon's bus ticket, accommodations, meals, and provided this murder weapon itself. 9. Violation of Son of Sam laws. Gypsy has profited from her mother's murder through books, interviews, documentaries, and social media. 10. Financial misconduct. Despite a court order prohibiting the hiding of assets, Gypsy placed substantial earnings into trust funds under family members' names. 11. Obstruction of justice. Gypsy lied about her involvement in the crime scene, including actions taken after the murder. 12. Attempted murder. Gypsy stated that she shot her mother 10 times with a BB gun, thinking it was a real gun. Nicholas stated that Gypsy tried ending her mother's life on her own on 2 different occasions before he was involved. She was never charged for any of this. 13. Perjury. When Gypsy Blanchard was on the stand for Nicholas Gojon's trial, she lied several times about events pertaining to the crime. Gypsy said the plot to kill her mom was Nick's, but she planned everything. Gypsy said she was introduced to BDSM and roleplay by Nicholas, but she knew this with Dan Glidewell before meeting Nick. Gypsy said she didn't have any boyfriends before Nick, but she ran off to see Dan in 2011. Gypsy stated she planned this murder only a year prior to it happening. It was at least 2 years, and she had attempted to murder her mom herself in 2011. Gypsy said she couldn't kill her mom herself because she didn't like blood. There were 2 instances where Gypsy tried to take her mother's life by herself, according to Nicholas Gojon. Gypsy said with role-playing that Nick was the master and she was the slave. But after detectives saw many of the videos and texts, they saw this was a lie. Gypsy said her mother forced her to be in a wheelchair. Gypsy told Nick she stayed in the wheelchair so she'd get her mother's love and attention. Gypsy said her mother would never allow her to date, but neighbors said Dee Dee was so happy Gypsy was with Nick. Dee Dee was only against Dan. Gypsy said her mother controlled every aspect of her life, but obviously she had a lot of freedom online and on her phone. Gypsy has done more illegal activity recently, with being on OM with Ken and soliciting to minors. Also, Gypsy bought items at Salon Centric without having a license to purchase those items. If you agree with these federal charges against Gypsy Rose Blanchard, please sign the petition at change.org/arrest Gypsy Rose.
I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that is sane.
She says she's the only one who is sane, then proceeds to sing into a vacuum cleaner's handle. We know your singing sucks, Gypsy, but keep the vacuum out of it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all.